Welcome you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. I'm Diva. We are back for the Real Housewives of Potomac. A quick recap. This is season 9, episode 2, Double Trouble. Don't forget to like before we go ahead and get started. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And let's go ahead and get into this recap and review. We start this episode off at the Attitude Party. So it's a continuation of last week's episode. Giselle is throwing Karen a birthday party. And she's also promoting another brand, it looks like, who are coming out with a hat line. Last week's episode, they were getting on Mia about how she was not protecting her kids. Mia got up and went into the bathroom crying, like bawling, crying. Jacqueline followed her, and Mia's newer friend followed her into the bathroom as well. Mia was bawling, like hyperventilating type crying, and she was really upset. Like, I guess kids are off limits, people say, and now we see why. Like, people get really emotional about their kids, whether you're saying something minute or something really big. And all they were saying, which is something that I do agree with, is that Mia did not have her kids at the forefront of her mind when she was bringing all of this drama to the television that could affect these kids in the long run. It could affect them in school, which it shouldn't, but it could. Jacqueline gives her a pep talk, and she tells her, obviously, you know that you're a good mom. Do not let these girls get you riled up. As we've always said from day one, as soon as Jacqueline stepped on the scene with her gangster lean, I've always said that Jacqueline is the type of person that she has Mia's back. And Mia just never seemed to have Jacqueline's back as much as Jacqueline has Mia's. And I don't like that, because, like, if you notice that, actually, I feel like I used to be a friend like that. But once I noticed something like that, baby, I'm like Klaus, Vampire Diaries. Like, humanity is off. You getting what you give me. So while she's in the bathroom, they continue talking like nothing is happening. And Giselle calls out Wendy. And she goes, Wendy. Wendy's like, oh God, what, Giselle? What? Because you don't like me, I don't like you. What is it? So she goes, I would like to have lunch with you tomorrow. And I'm just like, it was just really strange. I don't know how this whole season is gonna go with Wendy and Giselle. I already see in the previous previews that it's very strange. That's all I can say. It gets very strange and off-putting vibe, because all of a sudden, 2 people are gone, and it's really not even 2 people. It's one person. I feel like that one person, which is Robin, was Giselle's crutch. Now that Robin is gone, I don't know, like, did you take a step back and really actually watch yourself on TV and not see, like, you were like, I really don't like the way I treat people, and you actually want to make a change? Or do you not getting bashed all the time? And do you not like people calling you anti-black? Or do you not like people calling you, what's the word? Colorist. You don't like people calling you colorist. You don't like people calling you anti-black. You don't like people calling you, like, you know, things like that. So you want to get with the darker skinned girl on the cast. And it's just very strange. It's just very strange, because as you see in flashbacks, Giselle don't like Wendy. As soon as Wendy stepped on the scene, Giselle ain't liked her. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. But we don't know why Giselle has never liked Wendy. Giselle has brung up cheating allegations. Giselle has said stuff about her plastic surgery. It's just very strange. Like, I really don't know. And if somebody can put it in the comments, why does Giselle not like Wendy? Other than the fact that she is straight up hate her, why does she not like Wendy? I would love to know. Like, because I honestly cannot tell y'all. So Wendy's like, okay, Giselle, I'll see you tomorrow for lunch. And that's pretty much, Giselle passes out hats to everybody else, and that's literally the end. They do go and meet up for lunch the next day, and Giselle's sitting there waiting for Wendy. Giselle's literally sitting there looking at the menu, and as soon as Wendy walks in, here she go picking up her phone. Like, I was like, girl, what? Talking about some, hold on. Like, please, why? It was just so strange. Like, You weren't on the phone before. The phone was sitting down, not buzzing. I didn't even hear it ring, but all of a sudden you got to get on your phone and tend to something. Okay, starting off weird already, but we move on. So Wendy sits down, she patiently waits, she touches up her makeup, she looks the frig good. Giselle dressed like somebody's baby mama in the projects that just got a check. I promise you, like when I seen them earrings that said Giselle, I was like, she is such a Section 8 baby, but go off, sis. Whoever your stylist is, if that's your cosplay, if cosplay is your lane, and you are cosplaying a 2002 or a 1998 back in the day mama with 3 kids, which you do have, I'm taking it. Other than that, please have several seats because the wardrobe is not giving. Her makeup is eating though. Now Ashley, her makeup, her confessional looks eating down. But like I was saying, so Giselle and Wendy go ahead and have a little brunch and they get together and they talking. And pretty much Giselle goes, okay, I want to preface this by saying I want to have an open conversation and I want you to be able to get things, whatever you want off your chest and me not feel away, and I want to be able to get what I want to say off my chest and you not take it away. We good, period. So Giselle goes ahead and says that pretty much she doesn't like that Wendy makes her feel dumb. She doesn't like that when she is getting into an argument with somebody or a disagreement with someone, she talks down to them in a way, is what Giselle says. And that's something that she doesn't like. It almost sounds like she wanted to say, and that's something that's very triggering to me because my ex-husband used to speak to me that way. That's something that she really wanted to say, in my opinion, but she paused and was like, I'm not giving y'all boys that much. I'm not giving y'all boys that much. Dialed it back a bit. And she said, that's something that I don't like. Wendy goes, pretty much, I'm not doing that for no reason. Every time I've had a rebuttal towards you, it's because you knocked on my door and I had to open it. Like, every time I had something to say to you, you cannot say something crazy to me and try to judge how I react. Like, you can't spit on me and expect me not to come across your head. That's just that. So, long story short, they end the meeting or the little lunch break kikiing, cackling. It's just so strange. Like, Wendy girl, she don't like you. Girl, she don't like you. But like Wendy said, she's about to be 40 and she's trying to let a lot of things go and not like harbor a lot of stuff. Because harboring things in your body, like, that causes sickness. But at the same time, you got to cut a lot of things out. Like, stop being people pleasy. I know maybe you're going to need camera time, and Giselle is the type of person, Wendy also said, I don't like that when you're upset with people, you try to ice them out. And then Giselle goes, they did a flashback of how Giselle showed up to an event Wendy was hosting, and she walked around and spoke to everybody in the room except for Wendy, the host of the event that she showed up to. And she goes, well, if I do not like you, I'm not going to speak to you, and I do not want to be around you. See, that right there is going to get you popped. That's going to get your chin checked. Please act accordingly. Like, if I do not like you, then I am not going to speak to you. Why do you have to do that? Didn't you just say you don't like, what is that right there? Are you not trying to make her feel a way by speaking to her like that? That's a way of talking down to someone. So you do it in a way as well. Do you not? Like, you do. You definitely do. So, nonetheless, they in their little brunch, kikiing, cheersing, and cracking jokes on Mia's man. Because apparently he's short and Mia feet is so big and she's so tall. But somebody like it. So they were saying how Ink is always in the front of the picture, and because Mia's so tall, she has to be in the back. So it looks like it's like an optical illusion. Only thing I can really say is Mia girl, not Mia, Wendy girl, Giselle do not like you, babes. She don't like you. So it's very weird that this is happening right now. And I know Candace is probably watching this season. She could say she ain't, but she's probably watching this season like, what the fuck is this? Girl, what is this, honey? But let's go on into the next scene. We have Stacy. We come into Stacy's house where she has an au pair. What is an au pair, y'all? I'm gonna look it up right now because that sounded so fire when I see au pair across the... Hey Siri, what is an au pair? Is a young person between 18 and 26 from another country who lives with your family. They provide childcare in return for room, board, and a weekly stipend. So she's pretty much a I'm not even gonna say a built-in nanny, but she's pretty much, I don't know, girl. She's an au pair. That's it. Aura is the au pair's name, and they're at Stacy's house. And what is her daughter's name? I wrote it down, didn't I? Arabella, something Bella. Stacy is trilingual. She speaks English, Spanish, and German. So her daughter is trying to learn Spanish. It seems like her daughter already is fluent in German, but she's trying to learn Spanish now. So they're in the kitchen making arepas, or whatever you call it. And Ashley is on her way over. They're gonna go for a walk. We find out from Stacy that she is, although separated from her husband, they're going through the process of getting a divorce. Her child do not know. And I'm like, why? If you know for a fact that you're getting a divorce, why she don't know? I can see if y'all are unsure, it's unstable, and it's shaky, and y'all are like going back and forth with getting a divorce or staying together. But y'all are literally separated, dating other people. And y'all are getting a divorce, as you say. So why does she not know? That's that stuff I don't like. I don't like that. Like, why does she not know? And she's in the kitchen cooking, having fluent conversation. And you said she's around adults a lot. So she's really mature for her age. Why doesn't she know what's going on with her parents in the house that she lives in? Y'all are sleeping in separate rooms. You don't think she doesn't think something is going on? Like, y'all be acting like kids is dumb, and I don't like that. So I most certainly hope that she knows now, because if she finds out watching this episode or even watching this show, or maybe from someone at school, that's gonna be a really awkward conversation. So I said all that to say I most certainly hope that they sat her down and told her that they're getting a divorce before this episode, or that's gonna be one awkward car ride. That's gonna be one awkward conversation. Like, you never want someone else to bring something to you that someone close to you, or that someone like your parents or someone you're dating should have brought to you. You don't ever want nobody to be able to spray you with your own tea. Period. So we see Ashley shimmy on over to Stacy's house. They're gonna go for either a hike or a walk. And while they're walking outside, Ashley goes, girl, your grass is nice. You cut this? And the way my hair, me and Stacy, the way girl, what? Who cut what? Like, huh? She said, girl, now she didn't have to say all this, but she said, girl, I don't even know the name of the people that cut the grass. That's how much I'm not involved. Ashley pretty much makes it known that she cuts her own grass now, because she don't say this. This is me saying this. She's poor now. She's Potomac poor. So, you know, her daddy got her on a budget. And by her daddy, I mean Michael. So she got to cut her finances what she can. Like I said, they go on a walk. And Ashley and Stacy pretty much get into Stacy's love life. She says that she is getting a divorce, but she is dating someone. And she's sure her husband, who ain't her husband, but really is her husband because they're not separated. I don't know. But she says that she is sure that he's dating someone as well. But she's dating a guy. They've been talking for a few months, and he's a devout Christian. They have not had sex. There is no heavy petting because they don't want the temptation. Ashley asks her, so where do you guys see this going, if anything? And she's like, well, like I said, he doesn't want to have sex until marriage. So we're pretty much, and I don't even need to hear anything else. Like, don't even finish the sentence. Like, you're not divorced yet. You're not divorced yet. So why are you even, like, entertaining a conversation like this? I don't get it. Like, you're not divorced. The papers are not wet. They're not signed. You're barely separated because you guys are sleeping and living in the same house. So let's pump the brakes. Let's literally pump the brakes. And I don't think them not having sex is really that crazy. It's not that deep. Like, get to know people before you get digmatized. Hello? Okay. They also get into a conversation about their kids. Stacey is saying how she wants her daughter Arabella to be as proud, like she's really proud of her German side, and she wants her to feel that same pride about her black side. And then Ashley says that she identifies as a black woman. And I kind of like, I'm like, but you're biracial. You're black and you're white, which she did say that. She's black and she's white. You're not one, you're not the other. You're literally bi. That's two. You are biracial. That's it. Like, unfortunately, as much as you might want to pick a side, you're literally in the middle. You cannot. Like, the facts is on the paper. You're biracial, babe. You can identify as a black woman all you want, but the proof is in the pudding. You're biracial. We pan over to Karen's house and we finally get to see Kiarna. I've been wondering when we were gonna see her, and she steps on the scene, girl. Her outfit, first of all, let's get into the face card. She is so pretty. Like, mind you, she got braces on. She's drop dead gorgeous. Brows are on fleek, even though they're thin. Kiarna, first of all, the confession looks. The blonde long bob, it gives a Lil' Kim vibe, but that black ponytail pulled to the back with the roses all up and through, that right there, taking it. They go over and sit on Karen's white couch, and even Karen compliments Kiarna's outfits. Like, Kiarna eats down, like, down. Like, if I would say best dressed, I think Kiarna's in the running. Karen tells Kiarna about the Hatitude party that Giselle was throwing for her. And Kiarna was like, I didn't know anything about it. And apparently there wasn't enough seats. So Giselle says. So I really thought that it was really disgusting and distasteful the way that, I just want to cut right to the chase. I really don't even care what they were talking about in the scene, but I guess I'll glaze over it. Karen said that they're having a GNA event and she wants Karen to come. Karen really don't want to go to another GNA event, as, you know, we know what happened to her last time she went. Something happened to her and she doesn't really like to talk about it because obviously it was traumatizing. Like I was saying, I don't like Karen's attitudes toward this whole DUI situation. She's pretty much saying, and in this episode she says again, like she said last episode, I want my friends to be right or die. I want you to be with me whether I'm right or wrong. And that's not a real friend. That's a yes man. I'm with you when you right, but when you wrong, we finna bust this left and I'm finna let you know that. Respectfully. So, and I just like, my blinders for the Grand Dame are coming off. And this behavior is unfitting. It's unbecoming. Like, do you see how, whatever her name is it Sharon or Shannon? Shannon from OC, she's taking accountability. She might be drinking here and there, but she definitely is taking accountability for her actions. Karen is not taking accountability for her actions. She's not taking responsibility for her actions. She doesn't want anything to do with what she did, aka her actions. It's very odd behavior and I don't like to see it. And I hope Ashley is on her ASS this whole season. I was like tiptoeing around it before, but no. The fact that I see that she really don't care and she doesn't want anybody to speak on it. She just wants it to be swept under the rug. No, ma'am. I want Ashley to be on her neck, her back, her everything. Keep bringing it up because at this point, somebody has to, because she's acting like it didn't happen. And we're not going to do that. Because like Ashley said, people could have lost their lives. Forget you. People could have gotten hurt. People could have gotten lost their lives. I don't like people that put other people in danger, like making dumb decisions like that. DUIs are just top tier. Like, no. That's pretty much the end of what happened at Karen's house with Kiarna. Karen makes her way over to Giselle's house, and Giselle is baking cookies. Giselle asks Karen how she liked the Hatitude party, and Karen goes, I felt like it was pretty much a setup, and you wanted everybody to question me. And honestly, that's not the case. People are just gonna talk about it, and you know what kind of show you want, so I don't know why you playing dumb. And you're trying to act like nothing happened, and you want everyone around you to play the same game, and it's not happening. She questions Giselle about not inviting Kierna to the past event, and Giselle said, like, she's definitely invited to this one. Obviously, you're not thinking. It's not clicking, Steven. She doesn't want to go to this event, especially if you're, like, not even reaching out to her. So, somehow, Karen brings up that she has an event coming up to honor, like, moms or something, and she's receiving an award. But at the same time, the GNA event is also to honor Giselle's late father. It's a cause for his brain tumor. It caused a lot of disruption in the group because Karen sent out a group text saying, I know that we have 2 events coming up, and I would really appreciate it if you ladies could make it to my event. I'm setting up transportation so you can make it to my event and Giselle's event, da 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 da. And Giselle's like, pretty much, I'm siding with Giselle. My event was planned out. I let you guys know in advance. Everybody pretty much said that they were coming, and this is something that Karen is just throwing up on us. Mind you, she's letting us know this about a week and a half in advance when I got the invitation for this a long time ago, 3 months ago to be exact, and Karen was not on the list. So I'm thinking that Karen begged to be on the list because maybe somebody fell through and they weren't able to make it, and Karen realized that, and she said, you know what, guys, I volunteer as tribute. Long story short, Wendy and Kierna went to Karen's group, as well as Mia's friend, and Stacy. Kierna and Wendy stayed at Karen's event because obviously Kierna was not going to Giselle's event. Wendy really could care less about Giselle, obviously, like I said, because Giselle do not like her and she's playing a role. So she stayed with Karen as well. Me and them took pictures there. They stayed as long as they could, and then they rushed over to Giselle's event. Mind you, they were about an hour and a half to 2 hours late. Giselle was not having it. And she was taking a picture with somebody, and as soon as they walked in, she said, oh, hold up, hold the cameras, stop the cameras, cut the cameras, dead ass. She walked over there. She said, Mia, don't walk no further into my event. Security, walk them the fuck out. Y'all got to go. You picked a side. That's pretty much what it is. We already know how this is gonna go because that's how the episode ends. The episode ends with, and Ashley's like, oh shoot, drama's happening. So she immediately cuts the conversation with the 2 white men that she's talking to and scurries on over there like the rat she is. So Giselle's like, no, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. It's 8 o'clock. It's about, what, 8:15 p.m. The event started at 6. Y'all gotta go. There's no reason for y'all to even much show up. There's no reason for y'all to show up because the event is over at 8:30. So security, William, come walk them out, please. Thank you. Have a good night. And that's that. Like, the first, even Karen's friend showed up. She even showed up first, actually. And Giselle was surprised. And Karen's friend was like, I RSVP'd to this one first, so I'm here. I don't got time. Like, I'm not gonna play this game with y'all. Honestly, that was the end of the episode. That they ended off there with Giselle pretty much kicking them out and all 3 of them looking dumb, gook and gag. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything or even how you felt about this episode. My quick rating for this episode is a smooth 3.5 out of 5. It did give me filler episode vibes here and there, but nonetheless, it was a pretty okay episode. And like I said, Kierna served looks, 10 different looks, and the looks all killed. So don't forget to come back next week. Don't forget to also like this video, hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on when I post, upload, or go live. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey, we'll see what's about to happen. Hey, we'll see
what's about to happen.